It's about time.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another Top 10. This week we're taking a look at the top 10 best movie games of all time. Kicking off at number 10 is Terminator 2, the arcade game. In the 90s, Arnold was at his height of popularity, and there was no cooler game in the arcades than the Terminator 2 game. It came with an actual gun that vibrated when you shot it, and I must have blown my allowance 10 times over on this bad boy, and I don't regret a single rand. The game was eventually ported to the Sega Genesis, but it was a pile of steaming hot garbage, so the only way to truly play this bad boy is in the arcades. When the Lord of the Rings movies dropped in the early 2000s, we knew they were special. But what we also knew is they would make a perfect video game. Luckily, we got the Two Towers, which let you play as one of the three main characters, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. The game recreated the locations from the movie with incredible detail, and even had all of the actual actors voice their characters. Even though the game was titled The Two Towers, it actually let you play out sequences from the very first movie. This game was so good that I proudly display it on my gaming shelf to this very day. In fact, I think it's time to dust it off. Coming in at number 8 is Jurassic Park for the Sega Genesis. The only thing that can actually make this game better is if it had the Ian Malcolm rap as a soundtrack. In fact, let's imagine that for a few seconds. Freaking amazing. Coming in at number 7 is X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's not often that a game is actually better than the movie that it's based on. If you watch the movie, you'll know that it was hot garbage, and who can forget that terrible CGI Wolverine claws? Dear gosh, what were they thinking? Luckily, the game was freaking amazing. It was basically a God of War clone, but you got to play as Wolverine. If this game flew under your radar when it came out, you better find a copy and play it right this minute. Coming in at number 6 is another Sega Genesis classic, Aladdin the video game. After you watched the movie, you pretty much had to own this game. It was a basic platformer, but it captured the movie so well. I'll never forget the sequence where you had to escape the exploding cavern on the magic carpet. And who can forget that hottie, Princess Jasmine? It even captured the soundtrack for the movie perfectly, and that's why Aladdin has to get on number 6 spot. Coming in at number 5 is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the video game. If you saw the movie, you pretty much knew that it would be an ideal side-scrolling beat-em-up. Just as long as it has retro graphics, we'll check those boxes, because that's exactly what the game was. Throw in an amazing soundtrack, and you have one of the best couch co-op beat-em-ups of all time. Top that off with some incredible boss battles and some very clever mini-games, and you have yourself number 5. Coming in at number 4 is Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay. Everybody's favorite shiny-eyed convict appeared in one of the best first-person action games of all time. It totally rocked 2004, and Vin Diesel did all the voice work himself. It was followed up with an even better sequel, but we gotta give kudos to Butcher Bay for being the game that started it all. And it's something you need to pick up. It's been remastered several times, so check it out. What are you waiting for? Coming in at number 3, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, Die Hard Trilogy for the PS1. It's not often you get a good movie game, let alone 3 movie games combined on one disc, and that is exactly what Die Hard Trilogy was. It was a third-person shooter, a first-person light gun shooter, as well as an epic racing game. All 3 games on one disc, and what can you say but happy trails? At number 2, and I'm probably gonna get a little bit of flack for this, Star Wars Battlefront. We're talking top 10 movie games, and I'm sorry, but Battlefront captured the original trilogy to a T. Everything from the sound effects to even the cheesy explosions looked like they were ripped straight from the film sets themselves. So send me all the hate you want, but Star Wars Battlefront is on number 2. Now for our number 1.
Nintendo 64 video game, GoldenEye. And this is one of the best video games of all time.
This is a good one.
007 freaking GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64. Not only did GoldenEye basically write the book on how to make a perfect movie game, it wrote the book on how to make a good first-person shooter. This game was the bee's knees. Not only was the campaign amazing, but it had 4-player split screen, which was more addictive than meth itself. And there you have it, guys, our top 10 best movie games of all time. If you disagree with my selections, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, suggest a top 10 list for me to do in the future. Hope you liked watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe for weekly top 10s coming at your face.